The air in the classroom was thick with the usual low buzz of a Friday morning. Papers rustled, sneakers squeaked against the linoleum, and hushed conversations created a gentle, crackling energy. Sunlight streamed through the tall windows, casting long, dusty rectangles across the desks. The rhythm of the room felt steady, a familiar school day ritual. A substitute teacher, a kind-faced man with tired eyes, stood at the front, holding a thin sheet of paper. He was taking roll, his voice a calm drone. He called out names, and one by one, students answered with a quiet, "Here." Then the rhythm broke. The substitute paused, squinting at the attendance sheet. He cleared his throat.
Aliyah Khan?
The name hung in the air for a moment, slightly off-key. Across the room, Aliyah Khan heard it. She felt a tiny, familiar pinch inside her chest. Her hand, which had been ready to raise, stayed flat on her desk. She looked down at her open notebook, her expression unreadable, and said nothing. The moment passed as quickly as it had arrived, a small ripple in the classroom's calm waters. The camera holds on the quiet stillness of the classroom as the substitute moves on to the next name. The classroom scene then unfreezes, and the world moves on, but the misspoken name lingers. The lunchroom was a chaotic symphony of sounds, the clatter of plastic trays, the screech of chairs being dragged across the floor. The overlapping roar of 100 different conversations filled the cavernous space. Aliyah sat with her friends, unwrapping her sandwich, trying to anchor herself in the familiar rhythm of their chatter. But the mispronounced name from this morning followed her. It reappeared, not as a mistake this time, but as a joke.
"Hey, Aliyah, pass the salt."
A few kids snickered. The joke spread like a tiny wildfire. Another student mimicked the substitute teacher's pronunciation with exaggerated flair. The laughter was louder this time. Aliyah squeezed her sandwich, knuckles turning white. She tried to smile, but the smile felt tight and unnatural. Each repetition was a small, sharp jab, her identity treated as a punchline. Close on her face, a flicker of hurt before she looks away. Microaggressions weren't always direct.
So, where are you really from?
The question felt like an accusation of otherness. Later, in class, a student recounted a celebrity mispronouncing a name and laughed. Each tiny incident layered into growing unease. The world felt colder, colors muted. Maya would pop up in freeze frames during each mispronunciation. The next day, back in the same classroom, the substitute teacher stood at the front once more. The attendance sheet was in his hand again. Aliyah felt a familiar knot tighten in her stomach. She held her breath, hoping he might have learned. To look at the name and see its shape, to sound it out properly in his head. But when he reached her name, the same incorrect sounds came out.
Aliyah Khan?
Aliyah's shoulders tensed. A few classmates noticed. They exchanged quick, uncertain glances. They had heard the jokes at lunch. They had seen the way she went quiet. The classroom air grew heavy with unspoken thoughts. The space between his mistake and her silence felt vast and charged. The scene freezes. Slowly, deliberately, Aliyah pushed her chair back. The sound, a soft scrape against the floor, was unexpectedly loud in the quiet room. She stood up. She did not raise her hand. She did not wait to be called on. Her movements were calm, not angry. They were filled with a profound sense of purpose that commanded the attention of everyone. All eyes turned to her. The substitute teacher stopped talking, his expression shifting from confusion to curiosity. Aliyah took a steadying breath. Her heart pounded a quiet, determined rhythm. She looked directly at the teacher, gaze unwavering. Her voice, when it came, was not a shout or a whisper. It was clear, steady, resonant with gentle strength.
Excuse me, my name is Aliyah.
Letting her name fill the space.
It's pronounced Aliyah.
She sounded out each syllable with care.
My last name is Khan. It ends with an.
Her voice did not waver. It was someone simply stating a fact, a truth overlooked.
My name is important. It comes from my family. It's a part of who I am.
The cool, sterile light shifted. A warmer, softer glow enveloped her. Piano faded.
I am so sorry. Thank you for telling me. Aaliyah.
He pronounced her name correctly this time. She had not made a scene. She had spoken her truth and reclaimed a piece of herself.
Names carry identity. Respect matters.